Hello students, now we are going to start with our new topic inheritance. Students, this is for the programming and it is very important as from the ninth you have been familiar with this word inheritance. Okay, now we are going to do your class 12th and this is important topic for your semester 2 exam. See first, what is inheritance? See the definition as the process we can say the process of acquiring the or the properties of an existing class by another class, we can say that is your inheritance. Inheritance is of two parts, base class and derived class. See students, in the existing class which is inherited by another class is known as base class. Okay, and what is derived class? The newly created class which acquires the properties from the base class is known as your derived class. Now, what are the applications of your inheritance? We can say that there are three applications. First is it implements the reusability of classes. Second is it has transitive nature. And third is it allows to implement the operations at the highest relevant level of abstraction. Now there are five types of inheritance. First is single inheritance. Uh, Second is your multiple inheritance. Third is hierarchical inheritance. Fourth is hybrid, and fifth is multi-level inheritance. Okay. See, in single inheritance, we can say that there is only one base class and which is derived from by only one derived class, okay, which is inherited by only one derived class. See, A is your base class and B is your derived class. In multiple inheritance, there are three base classes and which is derived, and there is a single derived class. Okay, in hierarchical, we can say there is one base class and there are several derived class inherited by it. Here A is your base class and B, C and D are the derived class. In hybrid inheritance, we can say the properties of one base class are inherited by several derived class, and those derived classes act as a base class for another derived class. See here, A is a base class and B and D are their derived class. Again the C is there. C is the derived class of D and B. For the C, B and D are the base classes. Okay. Now next is your multi-level inheritance. In this the properties of a base class is inherited by derived class and this derived class act as a base class for the next derived class. See here, A is base class for B and B is base class for the C. Okay, so these are five types of inheritance. Now next, what is the syntax of it? We can say with the examples. Here example has been given. First, all the properties have been initialized privately. Now next, you have word show and how the function is going to work. First class sample, this is your base class, and excuse me, extend keywords has been used for the derived class from the base class. See, extend keyword, pay attention towards there. Extend keyword is used to inherit or acquire the members of class by the derived class. Okay. Now what are the visibility of mode for this? There are three types of visibility of mode. We can see put inheritance in public, private or in the protected mode. Now next here the other simple sample program of your single inheritance. So here program has been given. The class name will be base pro, main classes and derived class name will be derived pro. See, go through with this example students. See here the examples has been given and the lastly the class has been called here. Now, constructor inheritance. Here, the process of inheriting constructor of super or base class within the constructor of derived class is known as constructor inheritance. In this, the keyword super is used for this purpose. We use super keyword for this purpose. Okay, the syntax is that default or non-parameterized constructor of super base class with the derived class. Okay, see here how we write first super and then the list of parameters without data type. Okay, see how we are going to do. Here for the function is here, it is an important topic also, students. Function or method overridden method. What is this? The act of functions with the same name or same parameters in a super base class or derived class, and derived class, the function in the derived class is known as override. See here example has been given. The class name is override, and here the example, the superclass override defines an integer variable while a subclass derived defines a double precision variable. See here the example as given for this. How the overriding has been done in the class override, and here constructor has been given. See constructor, and here the arguments has been given. See how it is going. Again super keyword has been used for here for this override function, for this override constructor. Okay, the super keyword has been, and this super keyword super dot display has been used for the this super for the function. Okay, now next, function or method overloading. Here is the example of the your method overloading. Okay, go with this. Now next, abstract class. So generally student, there is no programming of abstract class is coming in your work, but go with through with the definition. The definitions are going to come. The definition of the abstract class, we can say that class that allows the declaration of one or more abstract functions or methods and requires a subclass to define the abstract function is known as abstract class. See here, it has been example has been given. Okay, go through the example. Now next, implementing interface. What is implementing interface? For the interface we use the keyword implements. Okay, when we do the programming of interface we use keyword implement. The class that inherits the interface is known as implementing interface. The keyword implements is used for this purpose. See here the syntax has been given and the examples has been also given. Go through the examples students. Okay, and write all the examples in your class registers.